as they look to wear down the Dynamo with an aggressive attack that also sees 18-year-old Ryan Alumi get a start up top, along with Matty Bogusz, who'll act more as the number 9 that can do the defensive work as well as use his speed to threaten the space in behind. He is definitely the one to lead this team from a central midfield position now. Ben Olsen loves the fact that he's back in Houston orange.
We are underway here at BC Place Stadium. Expected a very healthy crowd for a midweek match. And look at this 80s night. The Whitecaps in blue with yellow shorts. And the throwbacks for the Dynamo as well, the all-white affair here. So it is very colorful, to say the least, here at BC Place Stadium as Halter goes back to pick it up. Stuck in his own corner. The press right off the bat here for Vancouver, looking to be active. Ross has been sharing the duties, and it will be the outswinging ball instead from Ryan Gauld, going right towards Savvy, but flicked away from distance, and a try from under us. Kubas rises high above the bar.
He doesn't score many, but when he does, they've been from outside the area. Not afraid to hit one there. It fell nicely to him.
Vancouver 6 for Houston thus far.
And it was the outswinger that came from Gauld, and it's great to have him back in the squad. You mentioned how limited his play.
To make some inroads there. Here comes the offering from McGlynn. All the way to the edge of the 6, still there. A chance now, blocked in front. Another chance, and it's cleared.
Just as it's about to cross the goal line, that was Halter who got to it first, and then it falls for Hector Herrera, who picks his spot. They stuck with it, though, against the Sounders. The Whitecaps did on the weekend. They're on short rest. They played late Sunday night, so a quick turnaround for them. Houston having played on Saturday. Of course, the travel involved for Houston to get here, though, as this last bit of the season now, the second half here, condenses the schedule quite a bit. So it's about having a deep squad, having an effective 11 who are out there, but really relying on those players who can come in later and change a game.
It's still busy. Those that are continuing the League's Cup. Bogusz, will he win this foot race? He will. It's a 2v2, a 3v2 now as Guilherme joins the fray. Bogusz looking to go alone, but then dispossessed from distance. They score! Negri steps up and absolutely labels it into the corner. It's 1-0 Houston.
That is as pure a strike as you will ever see. And all that veteran experience, knew when to take the pop. There's the defending from Laborda. He does a nice job, but wow, you don't want it to fall on the foot of Negri, apparently. That is some strike.
Still rising as it entered the goal. An absolute laser beam. A great look there as Takaoka had a beat on it, but couldn't get in front of it. Nice. Quieted down the fans here at BC Place a little bit. Alumi, heavy touch. Giving the ball away. Negri able to get his pass to Guilherme. Down the wing it goes. A foot race once again. Laborda's been in a few of those. They're trying to catch Takaoka out of his net. Japanese keeper able to.
And I think the Whitecaps have missed some of that. It's impossible not to.
Alumi. Larraz has to chip it back. Post Sabally's there! And it was going off the side of the post anyhow.
Keeper or the defender rush back on the line, and he flubs it, puts it wide without any power, obviously without the accuracy. And the Whitecaps wearing their 1986er. The 86ers was the Canadian Soccer League team that played. The Whitecaps have been around over 50 years. The 86ers had a spell in the Canadian Soccer League in the 80s, and wearing the uniforms that they wear, or wore at that point. That's why you're seeing the blue and the gold here tonight.
Savvy switching over to the left side because of the
much better positions. Twice tonight, the one time in the first half when he could have laid it across to Ollie Larraz and shot him, got blocked. And then on that occasion, clearly the smarter play would have been to hold it up and play in the players in front of goal.
Guilherme doesn't have numbers yet. Bogusz now just arriving, and a shot through some legs, easily handled by Takaoka. It's been a couple of times where there's been one Houston forward in a very promising position, but just not enough help. Even when Bogusz arrived, it was 2v3 or 4, so tough to make something there.
And the balance that the Whitecaps want to be aware of all the time will edge to the side of more risk, sending more players in advanced positions that will leave more opportunities for Houston to break.
And Houston will have to watch out for is trying to defend for the entire half. Gauld whips the ball in. Sabby is there. Strokes one towards goal, but easily handled by Jonathan Bond.
It's another really nice pass. And Sabby on his favored right foot, playing on the off wing from the left side, doesn't connect very well.
That's a nice ball ahead for Bogusz. Laporta got to catch up to it. Takaoka with a left-hand save to keep it a one-goal match.
Thought that was going in.
I did
really
too.
had Takaoka.
And the look there that we get. A good one. Artur. Hitting it back from Herrera. Manali up the wing. McGlynn tried to chip it back for him. They keep it in. Artur again, challenged by Larraz. Herrera, two spins. Should be goal, or should be glorious chance at the very least for the Whitecaps, and they let it get away. Back the other way is Ache.
You have to feel that they're missing Brian White, who's so lethal in those areas. That is a grade A chance.
Muller wide for Sabby. Sabby, a couple step overs in front, they score! Ryan Alumi goes to ground and taps it in, and the 18-year-old levels it at one.
And Kubas got around Hector Herrera. Referee allowed play on. That's what the Houston players are suggesting, is that should have been a foul in the build-up. And as you look at it there's a chop from behind from Larraz as well. So whether or not Kubas did or didn't foul, clearly Oliver Larraz does. And that's the reason I think that this goal will be chalked off.
Do you care that the ball's gone at that point? If that's a clean tackle from Kubas.
It's still in close enough possession of Herrera, though, that he's not able to keep his feet. The initial question of whether it's clear and obvious, I think that is a foul on Herrera.
Fairly quick decision is made. Let's hear it.
After review, number 20 Vancouver commits a foul previous to the goal. Final decision, no goal.
Kind of surprising that they've picked out Kubas for the foul, which I didn't think was clear and obvious.
Muller leaves it for Caicedo. Caicedo puts it towards goal. Edge of the six is cleared away. Danger was there. Nobody could get a foot on it for Vancouver. You can see the hunger for the Whitecaps, but they just don't have a lot of solutions for what Houston's showing them right now. Caicedo, one step over. Lots of room for Caicedo. Across the face of goal. Muller! Wide! He says it's redirected. And it is a corner for the Whitecaps. Feed expecting the Ramdeider to find the back of the goal.
And more often than not he does. He scored a fantastic free kick goal where he picked the corner, put it off the post in Seattle. I think he's trying to precisely...
Looking for Muller. Holmes had to get a touch and he saved the corner. He did. It's just going to be a deep throw here for the Whitecaps. Caicedo quickly back in for Adekubi. Muller for Larraz in all sorts of space. He winds up, takes the shot. But another one off the mark. Attempting. What a finish here at BC Place. The long throw. Rising to the occasion again.
Three guesses who that was.
Resch. Georgia has to reach back, makes the turn. Spun around by Sirachi, gets the foul call. It's another set piece, if you can believe it, for the Whitecaps.
Well, they might want to avoid pumping it into the mixer.
And they do. Muller to Gauld. 6 minutes is through. We'll add a few seconds at the very least because of the VAR check there. Caicedo to the top of the box. Laporta in the wrong direction. And this could probably do it. Maguire. All alone versus Takaoka to ice it for Houston. Won't be able to do it. But the clock should take care of the rest. Sitting on the touchline. Is there one last trip down the pitch? No, that's it. The whistle goes. And Houston continues the run. It is 8 games without a loss.